glad you agreed to come get checked out.
I didn't agree. My sons insisted.
So did I.
You know, I meant what I said before. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you. I want you out of here. So why don't you start by just leaving my room?
I'm not going anywhere.
Please, you're not welcome here.
I don't believe you.
Do you want me to have security throw you out?
Yeah, let them try. When you were in that warehouse, you called out to me. And don't you dare try to deny it, because I heard you loud and clear. And the fact that it came through on Jacob's baby monitor when I happened to be standing there, if that's not destiny, then I don't know what is.
If you had heard me and found me, maybe I would believe this.
The monitor doesn't come with a GPS, Barbara.
You know what? You only found me because Paul smelled smoke when I nearly burned down Fairwinds.
No, I am the only one that never stopped looking for you.
So you claim.
You have no idea what was going on while you were gone. You don't know how I tore my heart out not knowing what was happening to you.
Look, Henry, you're really pushing it here. Because if you don't go away, you're the one that's going to need medical attention.
You want to hit me?
Don't.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Go ahead and hit me. That's going to make you feel like better. No.
My. Somebody's feeling better?
That was meant for Henry. Wasn't supposed to duck.
Well, it's a reflex. Look, if you want to take another swipe at it, go right ahead.
No. Probably not a good idea. She needs some rest, but I'm happy to see that you're well enough to have a pillow fight.
I'm fine. I'm only here because my sons insisted that I come.
I insisted too.
Okay.
Why don't you go find someone who's really sick to take care of? Okay, Chris?
Cannot do that. I would be disowned. Okay? My parents have been worried sick about you. Unfortunately, they're in Chicago. Okay, but as soon as my mom heard that you had been found, she called me up, said, Chris, get down to Memorial and take care of Barbara.
Okay, all right. You know what? You tell your mom that I will call her as soon as I've had a hot meal, a nice glass of wine, a bubble bath, and 24 hours of sleep.
You know, she probably hasn't eaten well. I'd run some blood tests.
Don't listen to him. I don't know what he's doing here.
I am here because I love you.
Oh.
And her lungs are filled with smoke. You should do an x-ray. Make sure there's no permanent damage.
Do I look damaged to you?
You're definitely not yourself.
I'm more myself than I've been in months.
Maybe a head CT scan just to make sure everything's okay. I watch a lot of doctor shows.
Gotcha.
You know, Chris, I really think you need to look at Emily. She's the one who's really in danger here because even though her ordeal was not as long as mine, in fact, it was only a day. In fact, maybe she's already expired from a smoke inhalation, which wouldn't be such a bad idea after all.
Well, I'll tell you what, you seem in pretty good shape to me.
Thank you.
But I am going to get you a checkup anyway, all right? And after everything comes back just fine, you can go home. But I'm going to bring a nurse in here, draw some blood. All right, I'm going to go check on Emily now. Take care of yourselves.
How much longer do you intend to stand there?
As long as it takes. I get that I hurt you, and I wish that I could take that back. It's what I'm trying to do, if you would just let me.
Too bad, Henry.
No, we love each other. And now we can be together. What is this? What's the point of being stubborn? How is that good for either one of us?
When I was alone in that warehouse, and Iris had me locked up like some caged animal, I had a lot of time to think. And all I could think about was you. And what I thought about was, Vienna didn't hold a gun to your head. She didn't force you to marry her. If you had really loved me, you would have not given in to her temptations.
Temptations?
Yeah, temptations, you know. Youth, tiny waist, fake pregnancy. If you really loved me, you would have been immune to all of that.
It's not as simple as that. It's not.
And then I realized that after all the mistakes I've made in my life, and in love, that maybe this is the way it was supposed to be. That I was meant to die alone and unmissed, and that it was just poetic justice.
You know, I don't understand that. I don't understand.
Listen to me, okay? I'm meant to be alone, Henry. When you came bursting into the wine cellar, and you came in and you threw your arms around me, and you just started talking to me, I forgot about that. I forgot. And then all of a sudden, when you started talking about moving on and us being together, I realized I can't do that and just forget about everything. I can't do that. I can't.
I understand.
I can't be with you anymore. I can't, Henry.
I deserve that.
So please, just go.
I can't. Not until you hear me out. When Vienna and I were happy, she got pregnant for real.
I know all about it.
Right, and I didn't want kids. I didn't want anything to do with kids. I mean, the way I was raised, hell, you met Audrey, and then you throw Stenbeck into that genetic cocktail? I thought there was a 75% chance that I would have a psychotic. I didn't like those odds.
I can't blame you for that.
Okay, but then it was really happening. The baby became real. And I love that kid. And then Vienna had a miscarriage. And that was a huge moment in my life. I was a changed man after that. Then she told me she got pregnant again. Barbara, I couldn't walk away from her and from that child. I didn't want to be like my mom. I didn't want to be like my dad. I wanted to be a better human being than those two people.
The bar's not raised very high there, you know. I don't mean to make light of it, but I just don't think it's a really good excuse for marrying someone you don't love.
You know children change everything. You would walk through fire for your kids.
Yes, and I have.
Then why can't you see that I could feel the same way? You weren't here when I found out that Vienna was lying. I was so unbelievably angry. I was so hurt. But I was relieved.
About the baby?
No. About Vienna. The fact that she was lying meant that I was free. I was free to be with you. We could be together. But you had disappeared.
I didn't do that on my own.
I know that, and I should have known that then. I just... Well, I was messed up, okay? Suddenly there was no child, and I know how much that I'd hurt you, and all I wanted to do was find you and say how sorry I was. But if too much has happened, and if you feel like you can't give me another chance, then I won't stand in your way.
Good.
But before I let you go, I am going to tell you the one thing that I've wanted to tell you since the last time I saw you. And that is that I love you, Barbara. I love you, and only you. And I think you know that. I think you've always known that. I think that my love helped you survive in that warehouse.
Maybe you're right. You know, I thought about you all the time. I thought about my feelings for you, and sometimes I hated you, and it was all messed up, but I had no one to talk to, so I talked to this doll, this big clown doll, and he started to talk to me. I know it sounds crazy, I know, but he started to talk to me in your voice. And he comforted me, and he pumped me up, and he held me, and we danced, and that's how low I sunk.
That doll brought us to you.